Alright, welcome back. Episode 2 of Skyrim. And as promised, after last episode, I looked back on my recording, make sure that my audio balance was fine. Honestly, I think I kind of nailed it first try, so kind of happy about that. And I'll be sure to keep checking and monitoring it, though, just to be sure, but we'll see. So yeah, it's currently the next morning, 5:30 a.m., and between recording last episode and this one, I've learned oak flesh like I promised I would. And I also ordered myself some food and spent the night at the inn, which I'm now down to 2 gold between buying those spells and buying myself some food. And because I am now peckish, I am going to eat this cooked catfish. And now I'm all fed. So yeah, I got myself some bread, a chicken dumpling, some cooked beef, some garlic bread, because who doesn't love some garlic bread, which also cures diseases in Skyrim, hilariously enough. If only garlic bread was an actual, like, cure-all. Right, and this grilled chicken breast as well. So yeah, it's now the morning. We are going to set out towards Winterhold, because that's where we've been pointed to by the innkeeper. Do you ever sleep? Both times I've been in this inn, I've just seen you awake all the time. Do you ever sleep?
What do you need, handsome?
While I appreciate the sentiment, I'm not really open to being flirted with. Thank you very much. Sorry if you heard that. I accidentally punched my desk. Right, anything new on the notice board? Something that's not delivering a letter to a man who's going to be executed. There's still that Windhelm job, but Chilfro Farm. Why am I blanking on where that is? You know, I don't know. It's not marked on Morris's map either, so I'm just going to skip that for now, although watch, I'm going to remember later and feel kind of silly for not taking it. I genuinely am having a hard time remembering where that is. Even despite last episode me saying I know this game's map pretty well. I'm surprised nobody's cleaned up this body yet. I suppose it's just going to rot here in the streets. It's fine with me because I'm leaving. Oops, I did not mean take your dagger, I meant take your ale. Yes, I gave the corpse's dagger back. Right. So we cannot afford a carriage with our 2 gold right now, so we're just going to go on foot. And as stated in the last episode, ignore the fact that it's a magically drawn carriage. One of the quirks in my load order. Also, funnily enough, it's different every time which carriage is going to be magically, like, drawn. But I think that's just user error because I very hastily mashed 2 mods together to make them work. It's only the carriages, though, so it's no biggie. Funny how last episode I said ignore those, and then I just spend an inordinate amount of time actually talking about it. Well, yeah, according to the map, Winterhold is along the north coast to the east of the province, so we're going to want to follow this road here, which is going to lead us north. Yeah. Yeah, it's a nice morning. Sorry if I occasionally just look around and don't talk, because I'm just kind of taking in the scenery. I modded my game to look good, so I'm gonna appreciate it. God damn it. There's nothing you can do about it. I suppose you could quit watching if it bothers you, but that'd be your decision. Hope you stick around, though. I'm enjoying recording this so far, and that's a Forsworn. I guess that was as good of a time as any to test out this new oak flesh spell and be low on magicka, so I have to use the staff. Oh, I missed. Mix in some fire. Missed me. Oh, I was not expecting to get hit like that from behind. Ow. Did she just fall over? Okay. Like I speculated, that staff was a lifesaver early game. Oh, goodness. Alright, so you don't really have anything good on you. How about you, Francois? Uncooked pheasant breast. I'll take it. I might find some salt so that I can cook it later. Let's heal up a bit. So yeah, note to self, perhaps prepare oak flesh outside of combat because that may be low on magicka. Also, I've just realized my mic arm is slightly blocking my magicka meter, so I may have to adjust that. Damage health. Skeever tail, small antlers. I'm not exactly going to be practicing alchemy, although 20 gold value for 0 weight, that's pretty good. I'll take it for selling purposes. Although being early game, I'm likely to get a terrible price on that because of the economy mod I use, which, hey, that's fine. Prices will get better as we get better at speech. Oh yeah, something I did notice when I was going over the last recording is that music was a little bit quiet. I did turn down a couple notches before the start of episode 0, so I'm just going to turn it back to where it was, so yeah. Although it's a rather quiet track anyway right now. Who's that up ahead? Good morning.
Hello there, fellow traveler. One itinerant minstrel and wandering wastrel at your service.
What are you doing out here?
Why, to perform for my common man, of course. Why should only the courts and inns of wealthy towns be given the gift of music?
Suppose it's a respectable path to be taking. Unfortunately, I have places to be, otherwise I'd make a request. Also, I don't really have enough gold for your fee. So just good luck.
Good day.
Hope to see you again on the road. Road could always do with a little bit more music. So that's pointing back towards Markarth. It's Whiterun. Karthwaston. Don't really have any business up there. Also, I apologize if my S's sound a little bit weird right now when I talk. Between recordings, I bit my tongue pretty badly, so that's fun. Famous Isler.
Important deliveries to make. No time for chatting.
Wonder why a courier is so famous. Maybe he's the courier that cheated death. Truth is, the game was rigged from the start. No, I'm not gonna attack him. Just gonna apply some oak flesh because I just happened to think about it when I drew my staff again. Would be nice to have ready if I get into combat, which, just judging by the fact that I see a ruin right here, is a high probability. There's also a glowing, humming gem up there. A crystal, rather. Unfortunately, I don't think I can make it through these ruins on my own, else I would check that out. Unless, is there like a way to climb up there? Not that I can see. Alas. Yeah, definitely in a little bit of trouble right now. Get some distance. Oh, you are right behind me still. I do not appreciate that. Alright, there we go. care of you, and I hope that your friends don't see me. I'm gonna stay close to the wall, so if there are any archers up there, they don't see me. Huh, there is a place to climb. Now this is a point to note as well. I do have... I'm trying to talk, lady. I do have some EVG animated traversal mods installed, including the one that I made. And Morris will be using those points because while he's not the strongest, he's still an orc, which does give him some natural advantages when it comes to strength. So I say he's strong enough to pull his own body weight at least. Where'd you go? There you are. I think I just said that at the same time somebody else did. Ow. What, can you not navigate a tent? Well, that's a pity. For you. Leg of goat roast. I will definitely take that. Won't say no to food. Got some septums. Oh yeah, and you will notice as well as I pick them up, septums do have a little bit of weight. That's from a personal mod tweak of mine. I do have some various small tweaks I've made to the game in the creation kit. That being one of them. So yeah, here's one of these magic crystals. Now you're about to see this will be the second one I've absorbed, that being because there was one near where I recorded episode 0 and the hum was kind of interrupting me and making it hard to think. So I absorbed it, but canonically, this is the first one that Morris is picking up. I feel like there's power to be gained from absorbing these, but not sure how to realize it yet. I guess if I find more of these, I'll tap into them again and see what happens. Oh, there's, what was his name? Famous Isildur? Ah! I just kind of fell off, but... Isildur, I was close. Which is surprising, because I am extraordinarily bad with names. Yeah, so Whiterun is this way. According to the map, it'd be more over there. I'm heading along this way, which I think that is Solitude up ahead. Capital of Skyrim. Oh, and a reminder, in case you didn't see episode 1, I'm doing a semi-in-character, semi-out-of-character commentary. So while I know the map well, if I say things like, I think that's Solitude, that's Morris speaking. I obviously know it's Solitude, but just figure I'd make that a little bit clearer again. Oh. Where's that wolf? There you are. Lucky that this grass is not very flammable, else I would be starting a big wildfire right now. And get back here, wolf. There we go. I've used up a fair bit of this staff. I'm actually relying on it a fair bit, so I'm gonna recharge it a little. There we go. I believe I picked up that soul gem in that dwarven tower near the stronghold. So yeah, it's already coming into use. Very fortunate that we also got attacked by that mage that was already weakened when we were leaving the stronghold, so that we could actually use her stuff. Butterfly. If I was playing an alchemist, I'd probably pick that up because it'd be useful for health potions, but Morris isn't an alchemist. That's a floating nest, I see. Apparently the birds are somewhat magic. It's not a very friendly looking wall. Those spikes do not bode well. Nor do the bloodstain. That explains it. There appear to be bandits around here.
Someone there?
Nope, nobody's here. Go look somewhere else. Thank you for letting me burn you to death like that. Whoa, I'm getting shot at from multiple archers. Okay, got you. Just gonna pop a save. Ow, ow. Don't have a lot of magicka yet. Missed me. Resourceful. Would it be John or Jan? I don't think you're a nerd, so I'm gonna go with John. Right. Don't need the iron ingot. This looks like a little ambush, and I was right in thinking that this wall didn't look very friendly. Some more lockpicks will not go amiss. I do have that arcane lockpick spell, but being a novice with alteration, I'm only going to be able to open novice locks for the time being. But yeah, since this is part of my spell mod and thus not public yet, let me kind of explain how arcane lockpick works. So as you reach different... Oh god, I'm actually going to hold up. I'm going to hold up on that because I'm quite injured. Ow. Let me just heal up a bit before I continue that train of thought. But yes, basically at different levels you are going to be able to open up different locks. So levels 1 to 24 you're going to be able to open up novice locks. Levels 25 through 49 you'll be able to open apprentice and novice. 50 to 74 adept and below, etc, etc. So yeah, that's how that spell works. So it's one spell to unlock all types of locks that will get better as you get better, rather than multiple spells to unlock different levels of locks, which I am quite proud of, if I do say so myself. And that spell is going to be a mainstay in my favorites as well throughout this entire series. This also does not look very welcoming, although they're not immediately drawing their weapons. So, oh. I mean, hello? Hello?
Alright, that's far enough. You know how this works. Toll here is 100 gold.
Oh, ow. You know, if you're gonna try to charge an unofficial illicit toll, perhaps tell your friends to hold their fire so that you could get a chance of getting paid. William, I don't much appreciate getting shot. Ow. Come on, peek around. Oh, that was way too high. Oh, apparently it wasn't. I thought I jerked my mouse upwards. But I guess it was just the movement of the camera as my character was firing off this staff. What, do you want some too? Alright. Your funeral. And to think that the orcs back at the stronghold called me weak for my affinity for magic. Look at me, I'm taking down bandits. Get this ready. Looks like if I go around here, I could possibly get up to that bridge without going through their entire camp. Ah, you really didn't care about me killing your friends. Guess you're next, Low Rod. Don't ask how I know your name. Regardless, I enjoy the fact that they do actually have names. That's from real names, if you're wondering. Got another one of those crystals. Burn you before you get out of bed. Ow. Okay, move, move. He's got a big weapon, and that kind of hurts. Just gonna heal up. Doesn't look like there's anybody in the immediate vicinity I have to worry about. So I'm going to harness the power of that crystal again. See what happens. Right, that's 3 of 3, which gives us a perk point. Because this is the Sky Shards mod. Now, what I do with the Sky Shard perk points is I tend to put them into stats that don't have a major effect on my actual gameplay, so I usually dump them into speech, because they're perk points I'm getting outside of leveling up. And with the economy mod I have, it is essential to actually spec into speech for your selling prices to be decent, so that's why I put these into speech. So yeah, I feel like I understand people a little bit better after absorbing that power. Interesting. I'm looking at OBS and my footage looks a little bit choppy right now. Let's hope that is not a persistent issue. That's not actually in my game. If I pull up my frame rate counter right now, you can see in the top left, I'm at a smooth 60. And my footage looks a little bit choppy, so if that continues, I will look into it after episode, and I apologize. Although, looking at the time in OBS, it looks like we are kind of at the end of our episode. So once I deal with you, I will call it for this episode. Oh. You fell back to your cabin. Oh, I missed the stairs. Missed me.
I can take you.
Can you now?
Cannot best
Right. So you have a key on you. Let's quickly investigate in here real quick. Yes, quickly, real quick. How redundant of me. This book looks valuable. Might give it a read later. A lead later, yes. Kind of a poor living situation if your grass is growing into your house. Also, it looks like the choppiness in the video has come to an end, so I hope that was just a momentary fluke. Right. Let's loot this chest. Ah, an amulet of Talos, defying the Talos ban, I see. I'm not one to judge. I really don't care either way. This looks valuable. Here we have another one of these soul gems. Scroll of Apocalypse. Target is assaulted by elemental entities that appear nearby and cast 4 times damage, flames, frostbites, and spark spells for 10 seconds. That sounds a little bit underwhelming for the, for the namesake of the Apocalypse spell mod. Okay. Right. Key. Potion. Let's go. Looks like I've gotten a little bit bloody. Nothing that a little dip in the lake won't solve. Take that potion. Idiots. Brodier and Herd were at each other's throats again today and nearly came to blows. The whole camp is on edge. I've ordered an extra ration of mead, but unless this fighting stops, we'll tear ourselves apart. Rumor is that Herd's gathering followers for a mutiny. Brodier's not stupid. He's probably doing the same, just for insurance. I'd kill them both myself, but the camp's split right down the middle. If I tried, there'd be a knife in my back within a week. I can't take this anymore. I've begun skimming a little gold from the take, bringing it down here when I can. If I can scrape enough together, I'll make a run for it, head downriver to Dragon Bridge. Brodier is getting suspicious. I caught him poking around in the cove this afternoon. I don't think he found my stash, but it's not safe here. I took a boat out tonight and stowed it on an island to the south by the old tree stump. Had a good haul this week. Another caravan or two, and I could finally get out of here. And not a moment too soon. So you have a stash a little bit downriver. Also, no, I didn't forget what I said about ending the episode. I'm just investigating this place first. Well, now we're clean. Ah, there's a chest. Ah, close. Okay, quickly get some air. And that lock was beyond my skill with the arcane lockpick, but I wouldn't be able to cast it in the water anyway. Alright, let's see here. Circlet, potion, gold, and I'm feeling a little bit peckish. So let's quickly investigate down the river, see where that stash is that was mentioned in the journal. There's a mud crab right there. Horrible creatures. And there's a chest over there. Well, let's hope that this key from the cove works. Aha! Garnet. Ooh, resist fire, cold damage, sparks, some golden potion. Not a bad haul. Right then, this is where I'm going to continue. Why did I say continue? This is where I'm going to cut off this episode for today. Well, not for today. I'm going to do more recording later, but I digress. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next episode. Goodbye.